The Pro Tyre Motorsport Ginetta GT5 Challenge is set for another cracking season. And here, in the sunshine at Oulton Park on Easter weekend, a very busy grid is making its way round for the opening race of the season. Pole position, James Callan moving up from the Ginetta Junior Championship, with former champion Stuart Lynn lining up alongside at the front. Ollie Chadwick and Callum Poynton are on row 2, and everybody in the same type of Ginetta G40 is going to make this a very competitive championship once more. Predicting a winner is well nigh impossible. Round 1 about to get underway. Lights out, but a bad start by James Callan, who bogs down, and he's not the only one, because slow away as well there as they head down towards Old Hall was Mohammed Elshani. Through Old Hall corner they go for the first time. Somebody sideways, big slide there, and off the road has gone Alexis Taylor. He's been walloped by Glenn Broster. Andy Bradshaw's gone into him. Jack Minshaw is off the road. There are cars everywhere. With the road blocked, this is going to be a safety car at least. Indeed, it's a race stoppage. Well, the new season didn't go very far, did it? One corner. Andy Bradshaw helped out of his car. Glenn Broster's shattered yellow car parked as well. Let's have another look, because there, look, Alexis Taylor goes through on the inside of Luca Hurst. I think there's a slight nudge between them. Taylor gets turned round. Jack Minshaw hits him, and then unsighted, Glenn Broster has got nowhere to go. Bang, straight into him, and he comes to a virtual dead stop, and then Andy Bradshaw piles in for good measure. Glenn Broster certainly a bit sore, but the good news is he's okay, taken out of his car, and the marshals now hard at work to try and move cars and indeed sweep debris off the road. And the survivors are about to re-grid. So take 2, round 1 of the championship. James Callan nearest us on pole position. Stuart Lynn alongside in the blue car makes a better start as they accelerate down towards Old Hall corner for the first time. Stuart Lynn it is who leads the way. James Callan slots in behind him in second place as they round Old Hall for the first time. 61, Russ Simpson in the white car, former rallycross champion. He joins that leading gaggle as well as they set off down towards Cascades for the first time. Stuart Lynn leads the way there, 37, Rob Keogh out of Cascades and along Lakeside Straight for the first time. Lynn leading then, can he break clear of the opposition? Let's see as they head towards Island Bend. James Callan second, and then round the outside up into third, Ollie Chadwick there in the black and yellow car just ahead of Callum Poynton. The two race leaders absolutely together as they round Shell. Lynn leading, but only just. James Callan, who's come out of the rough and tumble world of Ginetta Juniors, is right on the tail of Stuart Lynn, whose championship success goes back to the days of the G20. Through Britons for the first time. Stuart Lynn then in the blue and yellow car leads the way, but he's got James Callan right up behind him. Heading down towards Hislops then. In third place, the black and yellow car, that of Ollie Chadwick, trying to get right onto the tail of James Callan. He's not there yet, but Stuart Lynn, the race leader, cannot shake off the opposition. Russ Simpson through. He moved into circuit racing at the back end of last year, now set for a full season in this year's Ginetta GT5 Challenge. The former rallycrosser running 5th in the all-white car as they work their way around Druids now, down towards Lodge Corner. Callan right on the back of Lynn. Is he close enough to make a move heading down towards Lodge? Let's see. He thinks about the inside line. Here comes Callan. Throws it up the inside of Stuart Lynn. Grabs the race lead. Good move that. James Callan will lead them out of Deer Leap at the end of lap 1. Stuart Lynn second. Ollie Chadwick in the black and yellow car trying to buy into this as well. Past the pits they come. Lynn right in the wheel tracks of Callan. Chadwick to the inside and he goes second. Ollie Chadwick in the black and yellow car gains 1 spot as they round Old Hall corner. And while that little squabble suddenly took up attention, that's given James Callan the advantage by about 3 lengths. And now Lynn's under more pressure. Callum Poynton in 7 goes through on the inside. Let's have a replay of Chadwick's move back at Old Hall. Stuart Lynn focusing on the leader, gave Chadwick enough room on the inside. Ollie Chadwick through. Now James Callan leading the way as he works his way down towards the right-hand from Lodge Corner. Ollie Chadwick in second spot, and those two getting away ever so slightly now from Callum Poynton, who's busy defending from Lynn. Here comes Chadwick up the inside for the lead. Chadwick in the black and yellow car leads. Lynn goes third and gets right back onto the tail of the two leaders. Look at this. Stuart Lynn in the blue and yellow car is right level now with James Callett as they come past the pits. Having been a few lengths back, suddenly he's not only gained a place, he's about to gain a second one. Great bit of racing by Stuart Lynn, goes second into Old Hall Corner. It is now 4 for the race lead as they head through Denton's down to Cascades. James Callett led early on, he now finds himself down in third spot. And this is how it all happened. Ollie Chadwick for the lead, but look in the background, Stuart Lynn charges up on the inside of Callum Poynton and keeps on going and gets himself up with the two leaders. Callum Poynton, number 7 there, looking the red, white and blue car, he runs 4th. The race leader is Ollie Chadwick. Ollie not getting away at the moment. He's got James Callett riding shotgun and Stuart Lynn biding his time, perhaps trying to buy back into this as they round Druids and set off down towards Lodge Corner. Callett close enough to make a move this time as they get down into the braking zone. Trouble is, Ollie Chadwick has covered the line. Callett to the outside line then. Lynn up the inside. James Callett hung out to dry. There's a bit of leaning. He's on the AstroTurf. He's sideways. He just misses Lynn. And Callett's off into the barrier. Quite a hard impact. James Callett off the road. Frustration you could see there as he bounced off the Armco. Can he get going again? Leaders turn their way through Old Hall Corner. This is what triggered it all. James Callett on the outside of Ollie Chadwick. Chadwick runs him out to the very extremes of the road, indeed over the curb, but Callett keeps his foot in, loses traction, slides across the road. He misses Stuart Lynn by a Nat semi-crotchet and ends up straight into the barriers. And so red flag and no restart in round 1 of the championship, and that's going to give us a result at 3 laps with Ollie Chadwick confirmed as the winner of race 1. Stuart Lynn second, Callum Poynton third, ahead of Russ Simpson, with Luca Hurst and Nick Zapolsky rounding out the top 6. Round 3 of the Protar Motorsport Ginetta GT5 Challenge coming up. Let's have a quick catch up on the highlights of race 2 that began with drama. Callum Poynton having a lose at Old Hall Corner and losing bodywork in the process. Race 1 winner Ollie Chadwick was in strife and in gravel. Luca Hurst was assaulted by Russ Simpson at Shell. Battles raged on, race long. Nick Zapolsky came under attack, rounding Lodge Corner. He lost a place. Stuart Lynn battled with James Callett for the race lead. It was Callett who made a move, diving down towards Lodge Corner. Callett would go through to score victory by 1/10 of a second. James Callett the winner, Stuart Lynn second, and Luca Hurst coming home in third. So, pole position James Callett, with him at the front of the grid is Stuart Lynn. And the crowd has stayed to watch what promises to be another cracking race. 20 minutes then for the Ginetta GT5 Challenge, round 3. It's blast off. Stuart Lynn makes a good getaway. James Callett once again bogs down a little bit and he's gone backwards in the pack. Lynn leads the orange car of Luca Hurst up to second as they round Old Hall Corner for the first time. And being forced out wide in the blue car there, look all over the curb and onto the grass, is Malcolm Jules. He gets back on, heads through Denton's, and this is on board with Callum Poynton down towards Cascades. 26 ahead of us to the right is Ian Robinson, and Poynton's about to gain ground. The next target there, Dan O'Brien, just ahead of us. Already a gap has opened up between the pack ahead and this gaggle of cars, and Callum Poynton with quite a bit of work to do from his grid position. He started 11th. Leading quartet up at Shell. Lynn leads, Hurst second, Zapolsky third, Callett is fourth, and Jack Minshaw in the multicoloured Demon Tweaks car trying to gain ground as well, as there is Russ Simpson's white car round the outside of round 1 winner Ollie Chadwick. James Callett in 13 on the back of the blue and yellow car of Nick Zapolsky. Out of Britain's they come, now up towards Hilltop and then down towards Hislops. Stuart Lynn leads the way. Can he build an advantage? For the moment, the answer is no. Zapolsky's under attack third. James Callett trying to make amends for that poorish start. Lower down the order, there is Ollie Chadwick, who won the first race, had a spin in the second. And Chadwick is somebody else with quite a bit of work to do here, working his way now up towards Druids. Chadwick started 20th, therefore last on the grid. He's already carved his way through the field. The leading quartet at Druids, and Stuart Lynn leads the way. Blue and yellow car up front and trying to gap the opposition. There is Callum Poynton. He's got work to do from 11th. He's on the back of Jack Minshaw. And this is Poynton's view. Minshaw in the multicoloured car attacking Mohamed El-Shami as they go down towards Lodge Corner. And Minshaw lines up to make his move. Through he goes. Poynton follows him and gains ground coming out of Lodge Corner. That was a case of Poynton squirt, I think, because he had the line, got the power down well, but El-Shami fights back as they come over the timing line now. Side by side in towards Old Hall Corner. Callum Poynton goes up on the inside and takes the place. And Ollie Chadwick tried to find a way through as well, couldn't do it. And that's Ross Simpson in trouble and in the Armco. Big moment coming out of Old Hall. And Simpson clatters against the guardrail. That, I fear, is the end of the race for him. A replay of Russ Simpson, though, the rallycrosser getting it wrong. Too much speed at Old Hall. Onto the AstroTurf, loses traction around. He goes like a top, clatters into the barriers. And that's Simpson's race run. Kellett out of Knickerbrook, and he's heading for victory. Race 1, remember, was won by Ollie Chadwick. Race 2, won by James Kellett. And so James looks as though he's going to make it 2 out of 3 here at Oulton Park. And that's going to be great news for him in the championship, especially given that he didn't finish race 1 after he clanged it into the Armco. Not only will he score good points in races 2 and 3, he is also gapping Stuart Lynn in second place. So he's going to win by quite some margin. Up towards the timing line he comes, checkered flag is at the ready, and James Kellett comes through to score victory in round 3 of the Pro Tire Motorsport Ginetta GT5 Challenge. Second across the line is Stuart Lynn, and Callum Poynton started 11th but finishes 3rd. Ollie Chadwick started 20th, and he comes through for 4th place in the background in the black and yellow car. So James Kellett takes a 2nd win of the weekend ahead of Stuart Lynn. It's Callum Poynton who comes home in 3rd.
Apart from my start, I think the weekend has been absolutely amazing. A bit of bad luck in the first race, but you know, I've brought it home and the car's in one piece and I've got 2 race wins out of it.
Tried my hardest in that last race and was leading for a good part of it, but just think I need to work on my fitness a little bit. It was the longer race kind of took its toll on me more so than the car. The car was brilliant thanks to Optimum Motorsport. Yeah, so hopefully I'll win next time.
In the championship, after 3 races at Oulton Park, it's Stuart Lynn who leads James Kellett. Luca Hurst is 3rd ahead of Callum Poynton and Nick Zapolsky. Then it's Ollie Chadwick from Dan O'Brien and Malcolm Jules. It's been a lively, if slightly damaging, weekend at Oulton Park. The story continues, though, next at Rockingham for 3 more cracking races.